one. We have a cookout and conversation on the corner of MLK and Gwinnett, the side of the Connoisseur Baptist Church, our stage that we call the Church Without Walls. Hit that share button. As we're going to introduce everybody in just a second, and we're going to have a little conversation. You are definitely welcome. You're definitely welcome to come out and get you some good barbecue. Get you some good barbecue and be a part of our cookout and conversation. Savannah's finest is here with us. In just a second, we're going to introduce our chief and let him introduce the people that we have on stage with us. So hit that share button. Those here on the lot with us, you have a Facebook page. Go find Connoisseur Baptist Church and hit that share button. And get people in our conversation this morning. Hit that share button. We're getting ready to get started. We are here with Savannah Police Department and our chief people and mentor and so many more officers and some of the community is here with us. Good morning, Chief. How you doing?
Good morning, Bishop.
Man, I'm well. I'm safe. I'm definitely safe. So glad to have you all here, and thank you for allowing us to be a part of the first national Safe and Blue.
Well, thank you. We appreciate you hosting one of our events this weekend. We know you have been and always a strong supporter of Team SCMPD.
Yes.
Also to continue to support us and our family as one of our chaplains. So we appreciate you stepping up and being one of our great promotions for this great weekend.
Well, listen, you got some great people who are with us. You can introduce some of them to us, and we got some questions they're going to ask, and we have just a little conversation. Hey, come get some food. You can still do it. There's some more hot dogs and hamburgers as we continue to be out here with our Blue today. So, Chief, introduce some people who's with you.
I got a couple members of my executive staff. I'm going to start with Major Devon Adams.
Yes.
And then I've got Assistant Chief Lenny Dunker with me.
Awesome.
And then behind him, I've got a whole host of Team SPD members here, ready, willing, and able to meet with members of our community and come out and share a great meal and some conversation.
I have a major question I think everybody think about. How do we foster a great relationship with our police community? Not only the faith community, but our outside community.
Well, of course, it starts at the opportunity for members of our community to come out and have an up-close conversation with members of our community. We're here. We've got people from different areas of our department, all over the department. And it's a great opportunity to come out and not only have a great conversation with us, but we got a whole real community.
Yes.
We got some great food and some great nice conversation.
Yes. All right, now let me do this. Some of my young people, where are they? Some of my young people in the van. Y'all grab
get their calls for service. When people call us, the information is typed into the computer there, so the officers have that information. But they're also able to communicate different things back and forth that they need for their jobs, whether it's sending information about people or sending information about different locations. So it's kind of the same thing that people use with laptops in their houses. We just have a mobile in our cars. But those are some really great questions. I can tell you're a very sharp young man.
What would you do?
Well, the first thing you want to do is there's a couple of things you want to do. You want to make sure you pull over in a safe location. You want to make sure you follow the officer's directions. You want to make sure you communicate very well with the officer. And if there are any problems whatsoever when you get pulled over, you can always ask for that officer to have his or her supervisor come by, and you can talk to that person's supervisor. But you also want to make sure that if there's any concerns, you ask that officer for his or her name, and you ask them for their badge number. Now, wait a minute, how old are you?
11.
You got pretty good ways before you start driving, but that was a good question, though. I appreciate that question.
So, when you get on a high-speed chase, what do you do?
Oh, man.
That's what I want to know.
Okay.
I want to know.
But the first question I'm going to ask you is, do you have a driver's license?
I got a permit.
You got a permit?
Yeah.
Who's your parents?
Shalon.
Is she here?
Mm-mm.
Did you drive here?
Mm-mm.
You sure? Why you
I
looking
didn't drive it.
Why are you looking so nervous? You can't even look me in the eye.
I just want to know, what do y'all do?
Well, it depends on what the circumstances are, but we certainly don't want to endanger anybody by chasing somebody at a high speed. But we would hope people wouldn't try and run away from us, because that kind of gives us the indication that might be something going on if people don't want to stop for the police, especially if they only have a driver's permit and they shouldn't be driving their parents' car anyway. I'm over here. You gonna look at me?
I'm trying to think for a second question.
Yeah, I went to that eye contact class. Yeah, looking down to the left. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. What's your name?
Jalen.
Okay, nice to meet you. Hey, I'm still over here. You need to have some prayer time with Bishop?
No.
Okay, you good?
What's the requirements to be a police officer?
Well, first of all, before we hire you in the city of Savannah as a police officer, you got to be 21 years of age. You got to have a good, clean criminal background. You have to be able to show us you're a person of good, strong character. You have to be able to pass the police academy, and you have to be able to pass a probationary period. How old are you right now?
17.
I'm come see you in 4 more years. We'll give you a car, and then we'll see how you feel about driving real fast in that car. And I'm going to stand here and ask you that question, officer.
All right.
So we're at a unrest in our nation. And the bad part about it is people are starting to label all officers. And we've had some unrest even here in our city just recently. So as the chief, what do you say to our public to reassure them that we are here to protect and serve?
Well, first and foremost, I mean, you got to start with acknowledging and calling what it is what it is.
That's right.
And that is, there are some issues going on right now in our country that have damaged police-community relations.
Yeah.
We realize that. There are some things that continue to go on. You know, almost on a daily or weekly basis, we see a news story somewhere on a national news media outlet about something that a police officer has said or done that has caused significant concern in the community. This is a time for us as law enforcement to step back and take a look at some very important things that we do every day. Look at our policies, look at our procedures, and more importantly, look at our relationship with members of our community. If you did not have a strong relationship with your community before any of this started, now is a great time to start. If you're like we are here in Savannah and you've always had a really good, strong working relationship with members of our community, don't rest on your laurels. Continue to build on that. And that's the reason why you see so many members of the Savannah Police Department out here this morning.
That's right.
Because we know it's important for us to come out here and show our strong support for a community that continues to support us. So we will continue to come out here and represent law enforcement in a positive manner. We realize that there's some things that have gone on around the country that have cast a negative cloud over law enforcement, but our goal is to always continue to show a positive, professional, kind, caring, compassionate police department.
So it's been years since I heard of it, but there's also an academy for citizens that our police department offer. Kind of talk about that a little bit.
Well, we have a Citizens Police Academy, and the Citizens Police Academy is an opportunity for members of our community to come into the Savannah Police Department, and we run you through, I believe it's about a 6-week course now, where we bring you in once a week, and you get to sit down, and we tell you everything about the Savannah Police Department. We talk to you about everything that we do. We familiarize you with different areas of the police department, and it's kind of your opportunity. We call it like the TV show Cops. We call it Cops Up and Close, up and personal. And you get the opportunity to really see what it's like and what the challenges are that the men and women of the Savannah Police Department face every day. It's a great opportunity for members of our community who have never taken advantage of that. We're going to kick it off again in 2021, and we would encourage you to take a look at our Citizens Police Academy and come out and see the other side of the Savannah Police Department.
Now listen, we're here, and we're here for a little while longer, maybe about 45 minutes or so out here, so you can come and grab food, come and meet some of the officers and have dialogue and conversation with them. We're blessed in Savannah to have some wonderful police officers and a chief that's touchable and reachable. I text him, I get a text back. He better. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But you know, we're grateful to have that community unity when it comes to our law enforcement. And so, Chief, one of the last things I think I want to ask, and we're going to play some music and we're going to eat some more barbecue. Hey, don't forget to keep sharing this. I see some of you all are sharing it. One last I want to ask is, let's talk about the crime we're seeing in our city now. You know, just last week in this community, we dealt with someone being shot just a couple of 100 feet from here. What can our community do? We know we can't stop individuals who have a made-up mind, but what can we do to help curb those things that's happening in our community?
Well, Bishop, I'm glad you asked that, because you're absolutely right. I mean, last week we had a very unfortunate incident that happened right across the street from where we are right now.
Yes.
And we're continuing to see these incidents that are occurring that result in people with guns making very bad, very poor decisions. Yes. And what I would ask Savannah to do is we need to come together and make sure that people who want to disrespect our city are not going to be allowed to disrespect our city and our citizens stand for it.
That's right.
Well, if we stand together and we continue to bond together as a team and in a strong partnership, we can address this crime problem. But we're not going to be able to address it ourselves. I tell people all the time, no community that I'm aware of has ever arrested themselves out of a crime problem. It has to be a community-based partnership for us to come together. We all know there are people in our community who are doing things that they shouldn't be doing, and we need to know what's going on, when it's going on, and where it's going on. And we want to work with you to make sure that we take care of that. We get people from time to time to say, I don't want to get involved. I don't want to have my name out there. But we always warn people that if we don't address some of the stuff that's going on in our city, the next bullet could go through your window or could go through or hit your car when you're riding down the street. Now is the time for us to step up and make a strong statement that we're not going to allow people to disrespect our city, and we need to take a strong stand and create a slogan that says, respect Savannah.
Most definitely. Listen, I want you to come out, and I want you to come meet these awesome men and women. I just saw the K-9 unit. So let's talk about what does the K-9 unit does?
Well, I mean, they go out, they assist us with, you know, checking areas. If we're looking for somebody, they assist us with things like clearing buildings. They are a great asset for us for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, I don't have to pay the dog. Second thing is, the dog never has an attitude with the chief. So, I love our canines, but seriously, they are one of our greatest department partners. They're always there for us. Sometimes we have to wake them up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes they're out there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So they're a great asset for us when we have to deploy them.
Anything else we need to know?
Well, a couple of things. First and foremost, once again, thank you and the Connors Temple family for hosting this. We really appreciate it. Second thing is, I really appreciate you for always being there for us and our families as one of our chaplains. The third thing is, folks, they got a lot of food out here. and if you're hungry, don't delay. He says we're only going to be here about 45 more minutes. They got about an hour, 15 minutes worth of food out here. So don't delay. Come on out here and help us to get rid of some of these hamburgers and hot dogs. Appreciate you and look forward to seeing you.
All right, Savannah, listen, anytime you see an officer, engage them. Have conversation with them. They would definitely be open to meeting you because they are here to protect and serve us. All right, y'all, have a blessed day. Don't forget, come get some food. Bye-bye for now.
How do you do, Mama?